In this video, guys, let us look at the theories of hearing. So basically, how is it that we are able to hear? So is it magic or is it some theory? So what are the theories that have been proposed to explain how the hearing happens? So basically, the pinna is going to help receive the sound waves, right? So it will help concentrate these waves. And via the external auditory canal, it hits the tympanic membrane, right? And then you have the malleus, incus and stapes, 3 ossicles here. The stapes is the foot plate of stapes is actually over this oval window, right? So how this cochlea is, if you expand it, right? If you just uncoil it, it will be something like this. Okay. Something like this it will be. So this oval window is here. Here you have the scala vestibuli, where you have the perilymph. Here you have the scala tympani, where again you have perilymph, right? The perilymph is all over here. Okay. And here you have the round window. In the middle, whatever you are seeing, this is scala media. Okay. So the scala media has what? The organ of Corti, which is responsible for the hearing, guys. So organ of Corti. Okay. So basically, cochlea. So when you look at it, what will you see in the cochlea? You will have the scala vestibuli, scala media and the scala tympani. In the scala vestibuli, you have the perilymph. Scala tympani also you have the perilymph. In the scala media, you have the endolymph. What is there in scala media? Other than that, you have the organ of Corti marked here, right? Organ of Corti. Organ of Corti, all structure and all is already explained, where you have the hair cells, right? You have the outer hair cells and then you have the inner hair cells. So basically what happens whenever there is sound coming in, right? The outer hair cells, the hair which is attached to the tectorial membrane actually doesn't move, but the entire cell itself moves, okay, because of this membrane, which is basillar membrane. So that's the basillar membrane here on which you have these hair cells. So when this basillar membrane is vibrating, the cells move, right? And the hairs are attached to the tectorial membrane. And here, the nerve is there here, okay? The nerve then gets the impulse because of the sodium channels, etc. The nerve gets fired, right? So the nerve will carry the impulse to the brain. But here, what they are asking is theories of hearing. So let us look at the theories of hearing now. First, look at this. So guys, here you have the ear, right? Here you have the cochlea which has been unwound, right? So you can see the basillar membrane here, right? This is an uncoiled cochlea, right? It's an uncoiled cochlea. You can see the basillar membrane here in the center, right? So there are a lot of different frequencies mentioned here. So what is this? This is the basillar membrane. This is tonotopical mapping. So they are telling the lowest frequency is here, 25 Hz at the end, where there is helicotrema, right? Where the perilymph is going from here, from the scala vestibuli to the scala tympani, right? So basically, the stapes foot plate is attached to what? The oval window, right? To the oval window. So the sound comes here. It's concentrated here. The tympanic membrane, the eardrum, transmits the vibration to the bones, that is the malleus, incus and stapes. Stapes will act on the oval window. Then the perilymph, right, will show action on the round window. Then you have the basillar membrane, which when vibrates, the hair cells in the organ of Corti will help in firing the nerve. So basically, how is it that hearing, to explain the mechanism of hearing, so many theories have been put forward. This is also the theories of pitch discrimination, like you saw different frequencies, etc. So which are the theories? The theories, guys, are, right, so the importance here is given to the theories, right? So they have asked for the theories of hearing, so you have to mention the names. So look at the theories now. Okay, here you have the telephone theory of Rutherford, Wally theory, resonance theory of Helmholtz, place theory, travelling wave theory, This is by von Bekesy. Okay, traveling wave theory. This is the best one, you should know. Okay, so basically what are all other theories? Telephone theory. Let's draw a mobile phone here as of now, or a telephone, old style telephone. So a telephone theory, volley theory, a volleyball type, just to remember. Resonance theory, some resonance, resonating, vibrating. Resonance theory. Place theory, some place. Let's draw some place. What place shall we draw? A home. Okay. Traveling wave theory. So, traveling wave theory put forward by von Bekesy. Right? So, this is the theory we will look at. So, basically, after studying the physical properties of basillar membrane, like the stiffness of it, the dimension, the movement in response to sound frequency, using a stroboscopic illumination, he showed that the membrane is narrower and stiffer at the base and wider and less stiff at the apex. So it is narrower and stiffer at the base, wider and less stiff at the apex. Just see if you can see that here. So what does it look like to you? So basically this is the basillar membrane, right? Wider and less stiff at the apex. That's right, wider and less stiff at the apex. So basically what did he show? At the base there is movement at high frequency. So he showed the displacement of the membrane at the basal regions with high frequency and the entire membrane with low frequency. So the entire thing vibrates at low frequency, right? So basically understand the next statement here. Footplate of stapes against oval window. So there is footplate of stapes, right? Let's say this is the footplate of stapes. It is against the oval window. Now what happens? Here you have the scala vestibuli, which has the perilymph. Then here you have the round window. Then here, this is the scala tympani. This is the scala vestibuli. Now the perilymph moves. Now what this happens, because of this, the basillar membrane will vibrate and the frequencies, pitch discrimination happens. This is what Reisner's membrane. Hope it is clear. Anyways, look at it again, no problem. Look. This is cross section of cochlea. Right, so what is there here? Scala vestibuli. Okay, what is there here? Scala tympani. Okay, what is this? Scala media. So we are concerned with what? This scala vestibuli and scala tympani have perilymph. They will move because of the stapes. These the perilymph in these two will move. That time what will happen? The basillar membrane will move, correct? And here you have the organ of Corti. Where? In the scala media. This much did you understand? On top, what is there in scala media? In scala media on top you have this line is Reisner's membrane, right? This line is Reisner's membrane. This line is basillar membrane. And then here you have the organ of Corti. So, when the perilymph moves, the basillar membrane moves, the hair cells move. The hair actually doesn't move, that's what they said. The hair cells move and then a nerve impulse is generated. So look at the hair cells in detail here. So the hair are actually attached to the membrane here, tectorial membrane. So you have the outer hair cells and the inner hair cells. And the inner hair cells are actually attached to the nerve, cochlear nerve. So you have the VestibuloCoclear nerve, which is a cranial nerve. In that they're talking about the cochlear nerve here. That one part of it. Vestibular nerve will be helping in balance. This VestibuloCoclear nerve, guys, this VestibuloCoclear nerve is the 8th cranial nerve. Okay. Guys, so to what you have heard now, slight modification we will make. Okay, please listen to this. So you have the scala vestibuli, you have the scala media, and you have the scala tympani. Correct? So what happens? The stapes will, footplate of stapes is against the oval window. So when it moves, the perilymph in scala vestibuli moves. Reisner's membrane will move. The basillar membrane also will move. Okay. That will cause movement in scala tympani. So what are we most concerned about here? The basillar membrane, right? We are most concerned about the basillar membrane because over the basillar membrane you have the organ of Corti. So now from the basillar membrane, from the base till the helicotrema, right? Helicotrema, you remember? So there will be a traveling wave from here to here, to the helicotrema. This is the traveling wave theory. Okay. So did you understand the traveling wave? Now we will add something about resonance. Okay. Hear this now. So what happens? The wave moves from the base till the helicotrema, right? Now wherever the wave is strongest on the basillar membrane, it is called as resonance point, okay, and it does not travel any further from here. So wherever it is strong, that is resonance point, from here it does not move any further. So this is what you have to understand. So a high-pitched sound generates the waves near the base of the cochlea, correct? So high frequency here and medium frequency somewhere in the midway and low frequency to the entire distance of basillar membrane it will travel. Low frequency will travel the entire membrane of basillar membrane. Finally, what should happen? The hair cells will move and there will be generation of action potential. This is the main thing. Then from here you will have to explain. It will go where? Hearing. So we have the auditory centers in the brain, right? That is called as auditory cortex. So those are areas 41 and 42 of the brain. So how exactly do they reach the auditory cortex, those Brodmann areas? How exactly they reach? Let us look at this. So here you have the cranial nerve 8, the cochlear part, they are showing the cochlear nerve. So basically what happens, from the hair cells of the organ of Corti, they end up in the spiral ganglion. There's a ganglion here. There's a spiral ganglion of Corti. Okay. Now from the fibers from the spiral ganglion of Corti, they pass to the dorsal and ventral cochlear nuclei located in the upper part of medulla. So you can see this is the medulla. Here what they have shown are the pons, right? So upper part of medulla. So there are some nuclei here, the cochlear nuclei. So they will reach here, the nerves, okay. Then the second order neurons, they pass to the opposite side. So you can see the second order neurons here, they pass to the opposite side. And some of them, okay, they terminate in the superior olivary nucleus. Some fibers, they pass to the superior olivary nucleus of the same side also. Oh, same side also, opposite side also they are going, okay. From the superior olivary nucleus, the fibers pass through the lateral lemniscus. So you can see the lateral lemniscus here. They pass through the lateral lemniscus and few fibers terminate in the nucleus of the lateral lemniscus. The remaining fibers bypass this nucleus and reach the inferior colliculus. Now they reached here. From the inferior colliculus, where will they go? You already guessed it. They are going to the medial geniculate body where all the fibers synapse. Okay, so all the fiber synapse were in the medial geniculate body. M for music, remember, medial geniculate body. So then it reached the primary auditory cortex where we wanted to go. Where the Brodmann areas 41 and 42. This is the superior gyrus of the temporal lobe. You can see here that each ear is bilaterally represented, right? So both the sides you have the nerves running. So sensory neural deafness becomes very rare. So based on whatever is coming in and with past memory and etc., it will try to analyze what exactly is being sent, and with the help of lot of other areas of the brain, we can analyze and assess what we are hearing. So guys, in this video, what have we looked at? The theories of hearing, mainly the traveling wave theory proposed by whom? The von Bekesy. You saw the flow chart. It is the perilymph in the scala vestibuli, then the basillar membrane, then the fluid in the scala tympani, then the basillar membrane vibrates, then the organ of Corti, the hair cells, then the nerve impulse, how the nerve impulse goes up to the auditory cortex in the brain. So all this we have seen in what? How exactly we are able to hear. Okay. you.